Well, it's been a week since I transplanted the seedlings in here in the hoop house, and the amount of growth has really amazed me. This little patch here is the two kinds of Chinese cabbage. Joy Choi is the smaller one over there in the corner. I never remember this one. Optica, Chinese cabbage called Optica is the larger one here, but they have easily doubled in size. In the same way with the lettuce plants. I've got two definite kinds of lettuce. One is a Cos, a romaine type lettuce, and the other one is a butterhead lettuce. Then I had a package of mesclun seed to make the lettuce mixture. Rather than just scattering it, I started some of the plants from individual seeds and have planted them out separately, so I really don't know how many different varieties of lettuce that I have, but several. There's a sort of a red oak leaf one there, I think, coming. But anyway, 1 week and I can really see a big difference in here, so I wished I had done this years ago, I guess. Some of the brassicas have really started to grow too. I think those are cabbages, but I have cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower and kohlrabi and kale. I think that's the kale there. They're all doing nicely. They haven't grown as fast as the Chinese cabbage have, but I'm still amazed at the amount of growth in 1 week. I think they're really enjoying the heat in here. I still think there might be too much humidity. The house itself is still got steamed walls, as you can see. I don't see any signs yet of any mold or fungus or anything like that, but I haven't had to water. These were all watered in a week ago, and the top is getting a little bit dry, but you stick your finger down in, the soil is still wet. So, I mean, it's been a week without water. I think there just isn't much evaporation taking place because of the humidity in here. Just to give you an idea of the difference in the temperature, I just checked the thermometer before I left the house to come out here, and in the shade it's 22 degrees. In the shade in here it's 32 degrees, so it's 10 degrees warmer and lovely bright sunny in here. I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. We've got 40-kilometer-an-hour winds today, and I think the trees around this field where I have the hoop house are protecting it quite nicely. Occasionally the plastic just sort of ruffles a bit, but you hardly know it was blowing in here other than I can hear it up in the trees. Just a little look up at the far end. I'm standing at the back, and I have two fig trees, figs that I air layered from a larger fig tree that I used to carry in and out every year, and in its large terracotta pot got too big to even lift to get in and out of the basement every fall. So I air layered some smaller ones, and I've just transplanted those into larger pots. They're plastic pots, the ones that sort of look like terracotta, but they're not. They're much lighter. And I don't know, I have a friend in Spain who used to live in Canada. Her sister lives in Switzerland, and she was just telling me that where her sister lives in Switzerland, it was minus 17 last winter, and lots of snow. They always get snow and frost, and her fig tree is outside, and she has lots of figs this year, so could be a difference in the varieties, I don't know. I have, as I said, I have two of these things. The other one's the other side of the door here. And I'm certainly hoping that I'll get ripe figs next year. And I'm tempted, I think I will, leave one of them in the greenhouse just to see if it will overwinter in here. My digital thermometer maintains high and low temperatures unless you reset it, and I haven't reset it. So last winter our lowest temperature was minus 21. Minus 17, minus 21, not a great deal of difference. So, and also in here, of course, it would be protected from the worst thing that kills plants around here is the dry winter wind. So I think I'm going to give it a try. I'll leave one in here and take the other one in the house, and at least I'll be sure that I have one next year. Just a little shot down the length of the raised bed. When I moved the tomatoes in here a week ago, I didn't have any ripe ones. These were the vines that had been outgrowing in the garden, and already I'm starting to see ripening. That's an Oregon Spring, which is quite orange. Should be ripe in a few more days, I would think. And that's an heirloom black cherry, which is starting to ripen too. And this is my next time-lapse video being taken. A time-lapse garden cam is set up, watching this cluster of Buckbee's new tomatoes ripen. They're getting a lighter shade of green every day. I just have the camera taking photographs once every 10 minutes from noon until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, every day. Anyway, during the best light in here. And it's been taking them now, I think, for 3 days. So I think within 2 weeks or so, it should have enough footage to show as a time-lapse video. Well, thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you what's happened in 1 week's growth inside of the hoop house. I'm sure there'll be more video to come as the fall goes on. I find out whether or not I'm actually going to get a crop out of any of these things. Talk to you later.